So yesterday I put a photograph of me, just showing my physique after, I think, 3 years after my surgery. So many people ask me, Loy, what is it that you do? What is it that you eat? They ask me my opinion about intermittent fasting, how long, what foods to avoid. So in this video, I'll just answer those questions. Okay. Now, just as a disclaimer so that you know, I've undergone bariatric surgery. I don't want to explain what that is in this video because I've already done it before. Just search on YouTube, Loy Macedo bariatric surgery. Okay. You'll get all the videos related to that. But please be warned, you'll also get a video of me undergoing the operation. It's pretty graphic. It's the actual video that they took when I was getting the operation done. So you'll see blood and guts and all that stuff. But more shocking than that, you'll see me naked. I'm naked on the operation table. So don't blame me for what you see. And that age-old question, Lloyd, do you have tattoos in that area? Down there. That question will also be answered. If you want to know what bariatric surgery, I've already put videos. But in this video, I'm going to speak to you about the routine that I follow. Okay? And how I've been able to keep my weight off. Please keep in mind, this is not a medical video. I'm not a medical expert. I'm just giving you my opinion on what works for my body. So please ensure that you take the right advice, guidance, do the proper checkup before you try any new diets or exercise. Okay, now for me, I hate this. For me, the routine that I follow is, number one, after I get up in the morning, okay, whatever time, whether I get up in the morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time I get up, the first thing that I do is I put on my running shoes and I go for 6 rounds. The 6 rounds is approximately 3 kilometers. Okay, so I run for 3 kilometers and I go at a slow pace. It's a pace where if you are walking, I would be running the same pace. If you're walking a little fast, and you can talk while running. So for people who check pace, it's 6 kilometers an hour, so I run at a very relaxed pace and I do 6 rounds. Okay. I would say that just run at 50% of your capacity, but run at extended time. Now the purpose for this is when my stomach is empty, when I get up in the morning and I run, the body uses the existing fuel that is there in the body, the stored fat. That is number one. The second thing is, it is not actually for weight loss. It is more for keeping the heart rate up, keeping myself fit, having intake of oxygen, which is very important. And being a guy who sits on the desk the whole day, it gives my body a little bit of blood circulation and much needed exercise. Although I wish I would do a little bit of stretching and, something for abs and all that. By the time I finish my exercise, finish the video, and I just want to go back to my, day-to-day work. I would say the most important thing is consistency, which you need to do it every day. Don't push yourself all out like CrossFit and lifting the maximum and pushing yourself to the point where you fall down. Don't wear and tear your body, especially your joints, to an extent where you have to take rest for 2-3 days. No, that's not the point. The point is to do little bit every single day and to continue doing it, and where your body recovers and regroups and it's easy. And remember, we have enough and more challenges in life whereby you don't want to get up and say, oh shit man, I can't do it man. So immediately upon getting up, I automatically put my running shoes. I keep it simple, you see, simple. I run just below my house, okay, here. So after the running is over, then I make my videos. I make my videos, so additionally another 30 minutes to 1 hour, I'm walking, okay. Walking is also a very good exercise, very, very good. I walk literally for 30 minutes to 1 hour. So along with slow running, I'm also walking. So that's additional exercise for my body. And I'm talking while I'm making these videos. So you could say now 1.5 hours of exercise, okay, slow, which is enough for me for the day, okay. Following that, see, different people will have different routines. Just cherry pick whatever you feel adds value to you. After I finish my exercise, the walking and the video, I go home, and the first thing which I do is I have a shower. I believe cleaning the body is very important, and you need to spend time to clean it. You might find this strange, but I actually plop up my, I don't know, plop if it's a word. I plop, I keep. Okay, place my smartphone, I open a YouTube video, either news or something, and for the next I think 15 minutes I'm busy showering. And now the shower that I use, always have bath in cold water, always cold water, never hot. And I ensure a good lather. I like body wash. You can use whichever body wash you prefer. I like the creamy ones which have a lot of foam and bubble, you know. I tried minty. I've tried all different things. When I has to body build with, and I has to put hot water, I has to like the menthol kind of one. But this one which I use is a very creamy rose, lavender kind of, which gives a kind of a relaxation. I also do like the Dettol series which are there. So I not only use a body wash, I also use a bar of soap. And the bar of soap that I tend to use, you know, the Indian brand, that is Lifebuoy, or you can even try Dettol. The reason for that is just in case there is any bacteria, anything, you know. So it cleans the body. And after I lather the whole body, then I brush my teeth. And this is just as, you know, information if you want. I try multiple toothpastes. One is I try Colgate, which is cheap and which is good. But then I also use Sensodyne. Sensodyne is very strong, by the way. I use Sensodyne, and especially if you try the Rapid one, they're very expensive. The Rapid formula or the Repair formula, I found it to be very effective, and they're very, very strong. I mean, when I move my tongue, I can feel tartar and all that build up. But after I clean it, I feel it really smooth and nice. And yes, Listerine mouthwash, but not the original one. One important tip I'll give you is make sure that you replace your toothbrush every couple of months, and especially if you brush your teeth. And the one mistake I've done in my younger days, at the age of 20, I used to brush my teeth violently. You know, I used to go like, you know, I used to literally brush my teeth to such an extent. I ended up destroying all the coating at the side of my teeth, all. It destroyed all of them. So badly. I has to literally brush where I think the teeth used to heat up and lose the sides. It was crazy, man. So don't do that. The brushing that you got to do is in circular motion. I believe in dental hygiene very much. So circular motion, you know, and soft. It should be a soft brush, not a hard brush. Those are the mistakes I did. So, okay, after I finish brushing, around 4-5 times I brush. So because, you know, I do it once, I don't do it before sleeping. Tried that. I'm not consistent with that. Then, you know, if you remember, I told you, my body is still with lather. Then wash, and once for the last time again, I wash. So the body is ultra fresh. My wife always tells me the whole house is smelling of, you know, the perfume. For face wash, I believe the face is very important. It should always shine. It should always look nice. That's why if you see me take a photograph after a shower, sometimes people say, oh, your face is glowing. That is because I take care of my face. I use Neutrogena. That is to scrub my face. I literally scrub many times. You can try also with the, exfoliate and clean your face. But take care of your face. Your face is the image by which people interact with you, Your appearance matters. And yeah, I do take care of my face. And in case you want to know shaving, I use any, Gillette or anything. But yes, I definitely scrub my face multiple number of times before I actually shave. And blade, I use Chic Quattro. It's a 4-blade. I like that, Chic Quattro. It has been my blade ever since. Before I used to use Mach 3. Okay, after the shower, which is around 15-20 minutes, smell really good and nice. The first thing that I have is garlic, chopped garlic with hot water. It has now become a ritual for me to have garlic with hot water on an empty stomach. Now, please be warned, in case you're not used to it, try very little bits. So my wife, you can either try paper thin slices or you can just make small pieces. But my wife makes just chop, small pieces, freshly cut. When you eat freshly cut, you'll feel that pungent kind of, that acidic kind of taste and that strong smell. Just be warned that after you put that in your mouth will smell for the next half an hour or so. Okay, so I have that with the hot water. Hot, be careful, don't drink boiling hot water. And in case you don't want your mouth to smell, cut it like, half an hour before and then have it. Because I'm not interacting with anyone, I just ask my wife, cut it fresh. So it's still, that sticky kind of strong pungent aroma is there. Put it in the mouth, hot water, okay, it's gone down. Now, I don't swallow the whole thing, I chop it into small pieces. You can choke, be careful. Following that, my wife prepares an espresso. I like not the Arabica, I prefer the Robusto. Arabica is a smooth blend but not very strong. Robusto is very strong, kind of has an acidic, strong, very strong bitter taste, and it's not for everyone. Be warned, if you have the espresso, if you're not used to coffee, please be careful, because drinking coffee increases your heart rate. You can literally feel your heart beating faster, and when you drink espresso, it is like 4-5 times stronger. And I drink a double or triple espresso shot straight off the bat. I've been used to it for years and years, so my body can handle it. The side effect of this, please be careful, is your heart rate will increase. You'll be very angry, you'll be very snappy, you'll be very sharp, you'll be like, in rage. That is the effect it has on me. If you're not used to it, you can have palpitations and you can literally faint. It's very strong. In some cases, people have actually known to have died by drinking ultra strong coffee. So please be careful. I have it without sugar. The reason I don't want sugar is I don't want sugar in my system early on. And the purpose of drinking a coffee is the flavor should be there, the authentic flavor. So I refuse to have coffee, and it has worked for me. Now, the purpose of having the garlic is to heal the body, although it has not been proved, but I like to believe that it does have Ayurvedic properties. And the espresso is to keep me awake and ready. And added with the fact that I do exercise in the morning, the adrenaline, the dopamine, everything. What's that other chemical which is there? The happy chemical, serotonin? No. I can't get the name here. Okay. So it keeps me absolutely alert, active, and ready to start my day. So after that, I start with my most important work, the work that involves the maximum creativity and focus. And then I allow my body to settle down. It might take another 1 hour or 1.5 hours before I get hungry. Now, if you look at it, after sleeping 6 hours or 7 hours, okay, let's say 6 plus 1.5 hour exercise, 7.5, then shower 8, then let's say I wait another 1 hour, okay, so total 9 hours. So I'm just giving you on the lighter side. So 9 hours. So sometimes I allow my body not to eat anything for the next 12 hours, okay, not an added 12 hours, but total, okay. So then when I really feel hungry or really feel okay, now I need to eat something, I ask my wife to prepare something. Generally there are two options. One is she either prepares let's say white meat, something with chicken or fish. My preference is fish always. I always like fish. So she prepares something with fish, 2 slices of bread. It doesn't matter, white, brown, whatever, don't need to complicate it too much. Or one small bowl of rice. I like sliced onions raw. Yeah, if you're a corporate executive, you cannot eat onions because your mouth will smell. And I like garlic Tabasco sauce, kind of adds to the flavor. And because I stay here in Thailand, on the island, there are not many options that I have. So I have this. The other option is I like orange or I like watermelon, okay? The big Valencia oranges, I like them. The third option, if wife is busy and I don't feel like eating an orange, I have the standard, you get that microwavable meal, little bit of rice and fish. I like that. Here they have a really nice spicy kind of a fish. Not very spicy, it's good enough here. For me, I just need a little bit of energy. So I have that as my first meal. Now here, the one word of caution I'll give you is be mindful how you eat, how much you eat, and the environment you're eating. Because what happens is sometimes, this used to be my problem. I used to watch a movie when eating. So if the movie is long, I would keep eating because I'm enjoying the movie. And I would keep stuffing my face as long as the movie went, That's the problem when you see like a 2-hour movie, a 3-hour movie. You order a bucket of popcorn, you just are stuffing your face with the popcorn and then having, Coke. So as long as the movie goes, you keep munching. And that's not good, you need to avoid that. So I'm very mindful how much I eat, and I would say eat within a time period, 15 minutes max. Don't go beyond that. One of my good friends, who was army man and CEO of a big company, he followed the policy in one plate. He had a small plate. How much food came, he would not take more than that, and he would only go for one serving, only one. He would not go for 2 or 3. And another policy he followed is, when eating, no movies, no nothing, just eat, and eat fast and finish it off. So that's another thing which I follow. Sometimes out of a variety, if I feel like okay, so that meal is over. After that is where I eat just about anything. My favorite binge food is I like to snack on nuts, like to munch on something. Cheat foods, I have plenty of cheat foods. One is crisps, nachos. I just munch on them here and there a little bit. I definitely do love white chocolate. It's one of my favorites, like the M&M's whites or the Snickers whites. Those are special editions which I just got pick up. That is something that I do love to snack. The other thing which I tend to have is soups. I think soups are really great because they get absorbed into your system. And the soup that I normally have is boiled either beef or boiled pork. The broth is very, very healthy. So I tend to have that. A couple of do's and don'ts. I've cut cut down sugar, a lot of sugar that I used to put into all the food I used to have. Like for example, before I used to have coffee espresso with condensed milk and sugar and froth and cream and this and that, and now it's totally stopped. I do not drink any, in America they call it soda, or generally call it carbonated drinks. If I have to drink, I drink Red Bull just once a while. My go-to drink, which is almost every day, is lemon iced tea. That is normal with sugar or sugar-free. I have filtered coffee, that is espresso from Amazon. You can even try Starbucks, but Starbucks is an expensive option, so you can go for that is available. Try which coffee suits you, but avoid sugar in that. For me, after my surgery, if I drink anything of sugar or I have sugar, my energy level spikes up and then just falls down. So that's why I'm a bit careful of that. I do snack on sometimes a bit of cheese. My fun energy snack is 2 slices of bread toasted with strawberry jam, peanut butter and cheese on the top. I like that very much. I have it if in between I feel hungry. Nighttime, you would say, once again, stick with fish, or my heavy meal that I have, like something really big, greasy, juicy, whatever, is always after I finish my main work, somewhere in the afternoon. And towards the rest of the day, I just relax and let go. Once a week, there is always a cheat meal where have something new, try something new, make it fun, you know. So overall, this is the consistent pattern that I follow. I think the name of the game is consistency. You have to be consistent. The second thing is there is no shortcut, there's no magic pill to losing weight. The one thing that people don't want to tell you, but which works, is you gain weight by eating food, you lose weight by eating less. Okay? And you have to eat quality food, not processed food, fresh food, freshly bought, freshly cooked, freshly eaten. Okay? Avoid processed foods at all costs, or at least reduce on them. Sugar, bread is not at all good. Cut down on that. And as you grow older, I think you have to be mindful how much you're eating. And an active lifestyle is very, very important. I've stopped totally going to the gym. I don't need muscles. I don't need to carry all that weight on my body, and it's not good on your joints. Yes, physical strength is required, but for me, I don't prefer that. I like walking, running, which is much better. And last if not the least, I think enjoy what you're doing. Don't do it for showing off. Don't do it for posting on social media or Facebook or Instagram. Do it for that inner growth, you know. I have done that, showing off on social media. This is how much I can lift and this is what I can do, and that's all empty, man. You're doing it for showing off. When you do it for your own self-growth and self-development, you don't find the need to show off to anyone or, you know, prove anything to anyone. For me now, it has been 3 years. Ever since the surgery, I was the highest, I think, highest body weight, I don't know, 120 something, 112, I don't remember the highest it was. Now currently I'm in the 75 range, and my wife has told me, don't lose more because you look too shrunken and you look frail, you know. One of the immediate results that I've seen is lot of muscle mass that I had, massive amount of muscle mass, thickness, it's all gone, and my body has shrunk down to only how much muscle I do need. So overall, that is what I do. If you have any questions or comments, you can let me know in the comment section below. I'll be more than happy to answer them. And only thing which I want to end up with is sleep is very important. Make sure that you sleep properly, and a healthy sex life also helps. Okay, be it with your partner, or you want to go out and get jiggy, or you have a happy ending, but safe sex. Always remember, it's better to be loyal to one partner, and you're safer that way. So sleep is very important. Make sure that your sleep, is a quality sleep with total silence, So, and I sleep on the ground. I sleep on the floor. I prefer that. I don't like the bed. So anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you. Put your comments down below. Let me know your thoughts. It's me signing off. Take care.
You know why I want this fucking job? You know why the I want a job? Fucking because I'm the only fucking person who wants this fucking job. That's why I want this job.
Stop getting the wrong advice. Ensure you get the right skills for the right job for jobs in the Middle East. Contact Loy Macedo.